Hey, this is Eric Pratt with Gun Owners of America. It wouldn't be a legislative fight without lies and misinformation from the anti-gun left. Recently, the Senate Democrats held a press conference surrounded by billionaire-funded gun control organizations outlining why they oppose removing the NFA tax on suppressors. So let's do a quick fact check.
Silencers are the tools of killers. They are the tools of criminals. Period. Stop.
False. Millions of law-abiding Americans own suppressors, yet ATF reports only about 44 suppressor-related prosecutions per year, and most of those are not even for violent crimes. By the way, that number 44, that's fewer than the number of murders committed each year with hands, knives, or hammers.
We have to find a way, come hell or high water, to stop the mass legalization of silencers in this country.
False. Silencers, aka suppressors, are already legal in this country. Removing the unconstitutional tax on the Second Amendment does not affect the legality of the item.
To make sure that this provision is dropped from a budget bill. It has nothing to do with the budget.
False. The Supreme Court acknowledged the NFA as a tax in 1937. Removing the tax put on suppressors via the NFA has everything to do with the budget.
Attachment to a gun that is primarily designed for crime.
False. Suppressors are not, quote, primarily designed for crime. They are hearing protection. Would you demonize car mufflers? Of course not. So why are we trying to do it to suppressors? Real life isn't like a John Wick movie.
There is a process today you can go through. If for whatever reason you have a legitimate purpose to have a silencer.
False. Gun owners don't need a legitimate reason, quote unquote. The Second Amendment clearly says shall not be infringed.
But the gun industry sees enormous profit in taking the background checks and the controls off the sale of silencers.
False. The current language of the Hearing Protection Act only removes the tax from the sale of suppressors. It unfortunately does not end the unconstitutional background checks. It will, however, mean you can buy a suppressor over the counter like any other firearm. For as long as the anti-gun left lies, GOA will always be here to call them out on the carpet. Make sure you are calling your senators and calling for the inclusion of the Hearing Protection Act and the Short Act in the big, beautiful bill.